am here. Oh, that was weird. I'm just wondering if it works while I'm in my communities, reading the messages and communicating. It'd be a shame if it didn't. Part of this comes from there. It's really funny. Okay, it says that my microphone is being broadcast. Hopefully it is. There's someone who's going to be joining soon who wants to talk about Goku, Thanos, who would win in a fight, that type of thing. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Other than that, it's going to be Fallout Shelter. Right now I'm in the communities reading some messages out. Doesn't seem like anyone had anything new to say, but in the Muslim community there was a bit of an argument. Argument. It wasn't an argument. There were two people yelling at each other, and to today's standards, it's called arguing. Yeah, clearing throat into the microphone again. It's fantastic. Fantastic use of my microphone. Anyways. And I quote, one person says, "Why are you scared?" I'm sorry, it's so hard for me to read this properly. I'm going to try and read it exactly how they wrote it, and then I'll try to translate it. Why are you so scared? Give me one false fact or contradiction in the Quran and I will become Christian? Okay, so the person says, why are you so scared? Presuming that the other person he's talking to is scared. So this person I'm going to call Muslim 1. And he's talking to Christian 1. So Muslim 1, M1, is talking to Christian 1, C1. So M1 says, why are you so scared? Presuming that C1 is scared. Obviously, C1 is not actually scared to answer a question. What is actually being used here is rhetoric. He's using an appeal to emotion. He's saying, you are fearful, and that is why you are not responding to me. That is poor rhetoric. Because if the person isn't actually afraid, then you've used fallacious reasoning. Very, very bad. This is bad for Muslim 1. So M1 says, give me one false fact or contradiction in the Quran, and I will become Christian? No. Person says that they'll be here in 5 more minutes. So they say, give me one false contradiction in the Quran, and I will become Christian? And I keep going Christian in a question mark because he wrote this in a question mark, which essentially puts us in the category of loaded question, I think, but it's not even a question. It's again, this is more sophistry. It's rhetoric. He's trying to antagonize the Christian into giving him something. Go ahead. Look at my confidence in the words I'm saying. There's no possible way that I am wrong because I have verified this. That is all of the implications right there in that sentence. That's what he's translating it to, that I know there are contradictions in your beliefs, but in my beliefs, none. None whatsoever. I know that you are wrong, but me, I am correct. That is what he's saying. This is a stance of arrogance, saying that nothing you show me will ever prove me wrong. However, that's all implied. We don't actually know this for certain until we ask the person. So, in response to that message, I wrote something different. I'll tell you what Christian 1 wrote, but I'll let you know what I wrote. I'm trying to find it over here. Oh. In response to that, very simple question. And this is a and this is a proper use of rhetoric. At least I think it's proper. Anyone can comment and let me know if it's not proper, but I wrote, there are both external and internal contradictions. So I gave him the fact that yes, there are contradictions. Each of those are excused using the same methodology Christian 1 uses. Have you looked any up? So I laid on there a fact, an opinion, and a question. The fact is that there are contradictions in the Quran. The fact is, there are contradictions in the Quran, and my opinion is that that those are likely going to be excused for the same reasoning that a Christian would excuse the contradictions within their own Bible. So I added to that, have you looked any up? If he hasn't looked any up, then his only response is no, I haven't. This question implies that there are contradictions. I didn't say, have you looked up the contradictions? Have you looked any up? Have you looked to see if there are any contradictions? Remember, I don't want to take all of that was implied in his last message. I don't want to carry that with me when I respond. That's everything he threw at me, right? That was the second time he wrote it. I was responding to this one to be more specific. This man keeps running. Find me one contradiction or false fact in Quran. And I wrote that each is excused using the same methodology he uses. Have you looked any up? If he has looked them up, then he can say, yeah, I've looked them up, and they are excused for the same reasons and methodology that Christian uses. That's a loaded question that I asked him. So why did I call this good rhetoric? Because the opinion is there. Each is excused using the same methodology he uses. At any moment, Muslim can say, whoa, wait. What about this one? Now he can rebut what I have said. When he wrote his message, it was a statement of fact, written with a question mark at the end. There is no information gathering. There is prove me wrong. I am justified in believing X because you can't answer Y. And I mean literally the letter Y. Just also means Y. But let's go to see what the Christian wrote. I wrote the Christian because he calls himself Christian. I do not consider him a true Christian. Okay, let's see. Eventually I'll find it. He just kept writing that he wanted one false contradiction and one fact. Because, okay, why are you so scared to give me one false contradiction in the Quran and I will become Christian? And then he wrote, you have yet to give any proof of contradictions. Oh, sorry. Forgot. I'm going to read this in Christian 1's voice because this is... If I don't put it in this tone, it won't make much sense, his writing, and it needs this tone. It needs it. You have yet to give any proof of contradictions in the Bible. You stop trying as soon as I pointed out where you are wrong. I answered your questions, Hussein. Stop running and answer one of mine. It's in the pic. And then the picture. Matthew 7:21, King James Version. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of the Father which is in heaven. Who is Jesus calling, quote, my Father? Huh? Who's Jesus calling my Father? Now, I don't know. Oh, hello. I was just letting you know I'm broadcasting, so if you have your voice to be heard on broadcast, I don't give a shit what you say. I'm just making sure you're aware that it's being recorded. I don't want to.
Yeah, I actually stream myself, and I'm affiliated. So, I keep my voice like shared pretty much all the time.
Yeah, same here.
Doing a composite Superman, that's kind of dumb.
What do you mean composite Superman? I like to know what people mean, by the way. So if I interrupt you or something, it's because I want to understand what it is that you're trying to say, or maybe I thought of something. Okay.
Yeah, I got you. So composite Superman meaning like not having multiple artists or writers. My bad. Because they kind of contradict each other, and like the storylines get kind of convoluted.
Oh
And
man, you're
stuff, and I
losing me right now. I like having like a canon version, like one thing that fits all Supermans together. And then any
okay,
kind of minutia, we can just discuss that.
okay,
Does that make sense?
yeah,
Because if we go with Spider-Man, it's gonna be like shit. Which one?
yeah. So like, what do you want to do? You want to do like post-crisis, pre-crisis, New 52, or what do you want to do?
I like. Let's stick with. You want to do just simple Justice League, like in the cartoons and stuff? Because
Yeah.
I will do most recent too, like most recent in movies. But most recent in movies is not as good as the cartoon ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fun. Just let me know, like, if, okay, so you said the Justice League? Okay, that's fun. We can do that. I'm cool with that. Do you wanna start off by, you know,
Here,
saying
like
anything, or?
who do you think is like your favorite? Who's your favorite superhero in anything? Period. Anime
Ooh,
or whatever.
superhero?
Yeah, just in general.
Um, that's kind of a hard one.
I
Um,
know. But just in general, someone who you think that he's a good all-around fighter that it doesn't matter what arena you throw him in, you got a champions arena and you're like, I'm gonna choose him. I don't know if he's gonna win or not, but he's a good first choice. Like you got like Pokemon style, you know? You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I mean, he's personally my favorite. Old King Thor. Like post Odin dying and him taking, the throne. Whole lot of multiversal feats.
You're
Whole
talking
lot of
about the comics
multiversal
one?
feats. Yeah, the
Okay,
comics,
okay.
Old King. Yeah.
Because there's two
So yeah, that's
different Before the Throne, and I'm like, which one? Are you talking about Before the Throne in comics or Before the Throne in movie? Okay,
in
so Before the
comics.
Throne in comics, and what era are you talking? You're talking like the 80s?
No, this is more recent,
Oh, this is
honestly.
recent? Shit.
Yeah, this is.
I haven't read any of the recent ones.
Yeah, Old King Thor is actually retarded. Um,
Alright, so how
let me
about
see.
him versus I'll pit you up against mine, and then we'll see. Because I am very
Yeah,
partial
2000.
to the
It was 2012.
2012. Oh shit, yeah, that's very recent.
Yeah.
I am nowhere no idea anything about him.
Yeah. Let's do this. Before we start doing multiple, though, I want to get the Superman one and this Goku one. Because that is what we said we were going to start off with, and we can just do more, like, afterwards. Because I'm going to be on for a while, so if you're down to debate, I am.
But yeah, go ahead. It was Superman and Goku.
Yep.
I'm
And
telling
you
you,
said
Superman
Justice
knocks him
League.
out.
Superman knocks him out. Okay.
Yeah, it's it's
Um,
it's not gonna be a kill thing. It's just gonna be a knockout. Just boop, knocked out.
okay. So, I feel like Superman, doesn't have the destructive capability. Um, I also believe that Superman has faster travel speed, but he doesn't have faster combat speed, and I don't know if you know what I mean by that.
That's exactly why I think he'll knock him out. It's gonna be it'll be either at the very beginning, or Superman's just never even gonna fight him. Just gonna draw out the fight, tire Goku out because Superman doesn't have to fight. Goku will get tired.
Do you have any feats that support that he will have the destructive capability to kill Goku?
But that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, there is no situation where Superman will try to kill Goku.
Okay, well, even to incapacitate him.
To incapacitate him, yeah. I mean, he's just faster, man. Like, he's faster. He's gonna get the first hit in.
Well, Superman doesn't have any combat. He doesn't have any combat speed feats other than fighting against Flash and going back in time. And I mean, like, Goku's fought against Zamasu, and Zamasu was spreading through multiple timelines. So like, that's really like the only combat speed feat that we've seen. We've seen Goku be frozen time and break out of the prison. We've seen him move so fast that he literally goes through, hits time manipulation. We've seen stuff like that, and I don't feel like Superman. I mean, we know that Superman, flown to the end of the universe and like 7 minutes or whatever that was. But I don't think he has combat speed to fight against Goku, and I also don't think he has the destructive capability to incapacitate Goku. We haven't seen any, like, because I mean, you know that Goku's multiversal, right? You understand what I mean by that? Okay. The capability to destroy multiple universes. You understand that?
No. You're gonna have to explain.
Okay. So like, Beerus versus Goku about to destroy the macrocosm. Remember that? 3 punches, they were about to destroy the entire macrocosm. That means not only the universe, that means the Kaioshin realm and Afterlife. They were about to destroy all of it within 3 punches.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Like, when you start saying stuff like that, at that point you're talking about, like,
destructive capability.
I don't know if I can explain this, but it's like, sorry, I'm playing this game at the same time, so I'm logging off of it. Alright, so when you start doing stuff like that, at that point you're talking about, like, you ever seen the movie Kung Pao, not Kung Pao, yeah, no, is it Kung Pao? Enter the Fists, or I forgot the name of the movie. There's a point in the movie where the hero reaches an apex, right, of his abilities. If you're comparing the apex of someone's abilities to someone else's apex of their abilities,
well,
and I'm talking about like someone's standard, just like their standard day-to-day type of thing.
That's not Goku's, like,
you're talking about the ability to punch so hard that he destroys the universe. That's kid stuff, man. That doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry, it's just no.
That's a feat. You know that was done, right?
Right, they wrote it in there, but it doesn't mean that it makes sense.
It doesn't have to make sense. It's fiction.
Exactly. So you and I, who are external to that fiction, can agree on stuff that's ridiculous that wouldn't.
But we're doing a fictional battle right now. So if we're
literally right now, what you're saying is that Goku is a god.
Yes, he is.
Right.
Technically, he is.
Right. You're saying that Goku is a god, right? So who is more powerful, Jesus or Goku?
Are we going by like feats? Because Goku's power exceeds anything that we know of. I mean, and there's multiple fictions like this. You know
yeah,
what I
but
mean?
Jesus can cure the blind.
Oh,
Goku can't cure the blind.
But that's a hacks. That's not power output.
What do you mean, right? A hacks or power output? He literally he literally just says, "I have cured you." His word alone is power.
Yeah, okay, so that's a hacks, right?
That's not a hacks, man. That's his power. His power is to speak things into being. He
Okay.
can create, he can destroy Goku just by saying you never existed. Done.
We don't have anything from Jesus doing anything like that. You know, you
Yeah,
have
if
to.
Jesus is
That's
God and he is
you.
Jehovah, then
So,
God is the one who spoke everything into being, then he can speak everything out of being.
okay. So that's headcanon, right? Because Jesus in our iteration of Jesus, Jesus has never
Our?
done anything. Yes,
No,
our
no, no.
iteration of
I'm a
Jesus, right?
fundamentalist Christian. So sorry, man. Bible clearly says that God is Jesus, and Jesus is God, and so is the Holy Spirit. They are all three one and one and three.
Okay. So this is what I'm about to say, right?
Mhm.
So when you're debating, you have
Mhm.
to have a preponderance of evidence. Do you know what
Right.
that means?
Yeah, yeah. Burden of proof.
Okay.
Got it. Keep
You
going.
have to you have to have a subjective foundation behind your objective fact, or your claim has no weight. Do you get what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I say, right, I'm just gonna do it. I, I'm gonna say that, hey, um, I can one shot anybody, okay, throughout all
One
fiction.
Punch Man. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's say that I have the ability to defeat anybody in anybody's fiction. I
As
have
long
the
as you can
ability
punch
to
him
beat.
once.
Yep. So, right, my ability, right, is that I use the Holy Bible and I pray to my God, and then my God does whatever I ask him to. All right?
Mhm.
Where all right? What have I shown that supports this? Nothing, right? So that is headcanon. That is my headcanon. You have to show evidence. You have to have feats.
Right.
So what I
So
was
what have
saying,
you shown that has Goku punching so hard that he can destroy a universe?
the Kaioshin, which is the overseer of the entire universe,
Uh-huh.
says that Goku was about to destroy the entire macrocosm with 3 punches.
The
And if he
Bible
didn't hold
says
back,
that Jehovah created the universe by speaking
but
it into being.
okay, and Goku has the ability to destroy that universe. And
Right,
as a matter of fact,
but
I could say that
but
our
Jehovah has the
universe.
ability to make Goku not exist by just saying you
Okay,
don't exist.
and what proof do you have of that?
The Bible.
The Bible. Is
Right.
there any feats? Has Jesus ever looked at someone and said, "I'm going to speak you out of existence and do it"? What
Enoch.
feats has feats have Jesus shown?
Enoch. Enoch was removed out of existence. He was so
Oh,
good, God removed him out of the earth.
okay, I said you're arguing Jesus right now, right? Or
Right,
are you
Jesus
arguing
is
God?
Jehovah. It's just different names, man. Come on, keep up. It's like Goku and what's his name? Not Goku, Batman and Bruce Wayne. Just two different names.
Well, Jesus is his son, but
No,
we're gonna.
Jesus, the Son, and the Holy Spirit are all one, and three. It's a Trinity.
Okay. So are we arguing Goku versus Jesus now, or are we arguing Goku versus Superman?
No, no, I'm saying that if you want to bring up things that make no sense, then I will bring up things that make no sense as well.
But that was shown. It's fiction. It doesn't have to make sense. That's the
Well,
thing.
no, if
Superman
we're
flying,
gonna
people flying in
that's
general
exactly the
doesn't
point,
make
man.
sense.
If you're saying it doesn't have to make sense, then what are we talking about here? Because I'm trying to talk about things that make sense, and you're bringing up he can punch so hard that he destroyed the universe, and I'm like, okay, and Superman has a psychic ability that stops the punch from ever reaching his face.
But okay, this is the thing: is that Superman hasn't shown. For
He
you to
has
have a
shown
hacks,
this.
if you for you to have a hacks to work against somebody, you have to be on par with that person, or it never works at all. Do you
Superman
understand that?
literally became invisible in the everything, speaking from the void, talking to the villains that he was fighting out in space. And what are they in space? No, they actually, yeah, I think he transported them to space. Like he's literally psychic. That's his true abilities, Superman's abilities.
Okay.
And you're
Babidi was
telling
psychic.
me that Goku would be able to punch something that he can't touch.
Goku legitimately doesn't even have to punch him. To be honest, he has the Kai, and he could just delete Superman's existence.
How? But he's not
You want me
there.
to send
If
you
he
the
doesn't
scan?
have anything to punch, how
I
is
can
he
send
gonna
you
hit
the
him?
scan. I'll send you the scan.
Yeah, but if he doesn't have anything to hit, how can he hit him? Like, you want to bring up something ridiculous, I will be equally ridiculous. Oh, sure, here. I'll look it up for you.
How fast?
Give me a second. Let me look it up. I'll look up the video for you. There's a video online. What was, dude? Do you want me to hear it or not?
Yeah.
All right.
I just wanted to say all I want is one multiversal feat from Justice League Superman. That's all I want.
All right. So, go ahead and look up
No, you
Super. What do you mean? You look it up. I'm telling you exactly what it is. It's called Superman's True Power, not Pre-Crisis HD.
okay. Well, I'm not supporting Superman. You're supporting Superman, so you have to show it to me. I don't have to
I
look
am
up.
showing it to you. This is the video.
You have to look up
But I am
Justice
showing it to you. I looked it up and I'm giving you the video. Superman's True Power. I know, this is the burden of proof, and I'm giving you the proof right here. Superman's true power. This is more than you've given me. I mean, you're only saying Goku can punch it, and then that guy said, oh, Goku was so strong he almost punched through the universe. It's like, okay, you're only saying that. They only said it. That's not an actual demonstration that he can actually do it. Whereas Superman has actually demonstrated that he can do this. Like, I'm literally a 9...
overseer
Mhm.
of the entire universe
Yeah.
says that he was about to destroy it.
Is he infallible? Is he infallible?
No.
Is the Overseer infallible? Can he be wrong about his assessment of Goku's strength, that Goku's punch almost destroyed the universe? Do you think he was exaggerating a little bit?
No.
No, you don't think he was exaggerating? Okay, so what proof do you have that Goku almost punched the universe?
Well, they were punching,
Mm-hmm.
and it was shaking the entire universe. Do you understand that? Do I have to send it? Did you even watch Battle of the Gods, or did you even like watch or read the manga for?
I watched it. Again, what proof do you have that the punch was going to destroy the universe? It's called an authority fallacy, and that's all you're using.
Well, but if the author is writing that the overseer of the universe is stating, which is, he lives for 75,000 years, okay? This man knows enough about his universe to know if it's about to be destroyed, okay? If he feels the shock from one punch, okay? From one punch and says that it can destroy the macrocosm, why do you not believe that Goku could destroy it?
Because the overseer, you asked me a question, so I'm going to answer it. Because he could be lying, right? He could be lying.
There's no proof that he was lying.
Ah, there's no proof he was telling the truth either. So why do you believe him?
Author intent. If the author says that this person says that they're about to destroy the universe, then that's true.
No, it isn't.
If you said Krillin said it, then I would understand. This is
Lots of people constantly say Goku is dead. Constantly.
you know what Kaio means in Japanese?
I
It
do
means God.
not
It means
care.
green God.
It doesn't mean that a god is telling the truth 100% of the time.
Okay, we're gonna go past that one now. What about
Oh, okay.
all right? I'm gonna give you another one.
Mm-hmm.
What about Jiren stepping into the world of void and shaking it, the entire infinite world of void with only his presence? What about that one? And that is something that actually happened.
Jiren stepping into the what?
The world of void during the Tournament of Power,
Mm-hmm.
making the entire infinite world of void shake with only his presence.
What makes you think the entire universe of the void shook.
Because they said it shook.
Right. They said that the area. Okay. Here, I'm gonna put it to this way. I'm gonna put it to this way. In the Bible, it says that there was a global flood because the people who lived in that small area in the floodplains experienced the flood, and so they think, oh, if it's flooding here, therefore it's flooding everywhere.
They can feel the presence. If the
Okay.
the angel made the whole macrocosm of the world of void. He made it. So if he says that Jiren shook it, then he shook it.
But what makes you think that you can trust him? Just because? Why don't you think he's just exaggerating? You don't think he's exaggerating?
No, because every other statement supports the fact that he was shaking the world of void.
What other statement? Right.
Changed the entire biome and atmosphere of the world of void just by his sheer raw power. It changed the whole world of void with raw power. That is another.
Change the atmosphere. Now you're adding even more to it.
This was a different thing. You said how, and I said because he changed the entire atmosphere of the world of void. So how could he not change? How could he not shake it with just his presence?
That's special pleading again.
What?
That's special pleading again.
You're trying to say that my claims are false based off of your headcanon because you don't have any evidence to support Superman.
No, I've shown you the evidence. No, your said words. I gave you the video where you can watch Superman do all these things. You can literally watch Superman do these things. Versus everything you've said is literally people saying Goku was about to do this. Goku was about to do that.
You see that Jiren shakes the infinite world.
No, I see that Garen shook that. I didn't see him shake. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What's it called? Oh man, this is so familiar. It's in the episode of Star Trek. What's the name of it? Jean-Luc Picard was on the planet, and then there's the alien who's like, I'm a god. I shake the entire planet. Watch! From the snap of my fingers. She snaps her fingers and the whole planet shakes. And then they found out that she was actually only shaking the air around them with her, with a local volcano. So again, no. Just because someone says the words, I'm a god, you need to trust them. No. You're using sophistry to support your evidence and you're ignoring mine.
Okay, so what you just said, right? They gave evidence behind that person being wrong. Dragon Ball never gave any evidence.
Right. Because you can't answer X, therefore I'm justified to believe Y. That is literally called special pleading. Because me, am not able to answer your question, therefore you're justified to believe that he can punch so hard that the whole universe would have been destroyed. Just because someone else said so. Whereas I'm saying I can literally see Goku doing the things that make him psychic, that I can see the things that I know would make it so that what would Goku even punch? There is nothing for Goku to punch because Superman isn't even around. Like what you're saying doesn't make sense. You're saying he can punch so hard.
I haven't got a video. I'm not seeing it.
I told you what the video is, but you didn't want to hear it. Did you look it up?
You said you were going to send it to me.
No. I said, did you look? No, I said I would look it up. Do you want to see the video? This is the name of the title of the video. You can go to youtube.com and write down the title.
Why would I do that when it's
Superman's true, because you want to know the evidence. You just asked for it. Preponderance of evidence, right? So I'm giving it to you. Superman's true. I'm giving it to you. Yes, no shit. You have to see it. You have to see it for yourself. If you don't see it.
exactly? Show me the scan.
Superman's true power. Not pre-crisis HD by ID as me 7. You can watch the video yourself. I told you this minutes ago. I can go back into the chat log and I can review the video, but I literally said Superman's true power, not pre-crisis HD, ID AZMI 7. That's his video. It's got 23 million views, 126,948 likes. Now I added mine, so 126,950 likes. Oh, Someone else liked it while I was liking it. That's funny. How powerful is Superman? Manchester Black found out the literal hard way. It's a 9-minute video. You're asking me to show you the evidence. You want me to literally fucking go to your home and put the video in your face and show you? Like, come on, man. Don't be ridiculous. I don't need to send you shit. I gave you the title. You can look this up. Stop being fucking lazy.
Yo, you're being aggressive and shit.
Superman's true power, not Oh, I'm being aggressive now.
I don't have anything to argue with you about.
It doesn't seem like you do, man. It seems like you just want to throw away anything I say. I told you how Superman... I did. I give you the video. You don't want to see it. It's not my problem, man. I can't force you to look at something. I can't control your hands.
I'm not about to go and look up. If you go to a...
I'm not about to go and look up this video that you're trying to tell me.
Listen, just let me talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been in an actual debate before.
And an actual live debate in front of a crowd of people with what's it called, with a moderator? With a moderator. No. I've never been in that, and for one good reason. Would you like to know why?
What?
Never had the opportunity to. As simple as that.
Okay. Well, if you go to a debate, okay, you have to bring your own evidence.
Right, and this is it right here.
Go there,
I brought it.
Let me talk, bud. Let me talk.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go there and then be like, well, you look it up. You have to...
Right.
The evidence.
I'm not telling you to look it up. I gave you the video. I didn't say look up how powerful is Superman. No. I gave you the exact title of the video with the name of the person and the website. So I gave you the source that you can go to. So when I say look it up, I mean look up the video that I gave you. It is not the same way that you're saying that. It is not the same way that you're saying look it up. That you're implying that I'm saying, oh, you find out the information yourself. Yes, it is the same words. They have different meaning. Context means more than anything else. You understand that, right? Context means more than the words you say. Like someone says fuck off, but if they don't mean fuck off and they're joking, then you can laugh at it. They don't actually mean fuck off. But if someone says it angrily, then you don't laugh at it. So words alone don't mean anything. It's the context put behind them that matters. So if I'm putting the context of this video, pointing to you exactly to what video you need to look up, and I say look it up, I'm not telling you look up the evidence for yourself as in I don't have any evidence, you find it. I'm not saying that. That's actually what you're doing. You're telling me that you don't know the answers to this. You've never seen Goku do these things, so therefore I should.
I've already told you. You said you watched Dragon Ball yourself. So
Right, but you've never seen Goku punch the universe. You've never seen Goku punch a universe into inexistence.
But they stated.
No, they stated he almost did that.
Okay, so are you saying that Jiren shaking an infinite realm with only his presence is not a fourth dimensional feat?
Nope.
Because he beat him. Okay, yeah. Then there's no point of arguing this. There's no point. Not about to argue with Normie.
Not about to argue with Normie. Oh shit! That's it. That's your best. That's a logical fallacy. The ad hominem is the best you got. Oh my goodness! I am so happy this happened. Oh man. See, and it's as simple as that. That was the ad hominem at the very end that he stated. By the way, there's a guy called Phil Helper who has an amazing video on ad hominem fallacies. And I hope that the guy returns. I mean, he's open to come back. He just chose not to. In the Phil Helper video, he writes on here, let's see the pictures here. Argument against the person, argumentum ad hominem. Ad hominem can be abusive, circumstantial, or a tu quoque. So it's a 1, 2, and 3. Abusive, circumstantial, and tu quoque. Always involves two arguers. One person makes an argument. The second ignores the argument and attacks the first arguer. And by attack, it's usually meant as, hey, I'm not going to listen to you because of X reason. You don't actually know anything. So it continues. The circumstantial is, it's not a verbal abuse, but the respondent tries to discredit the opponent by associating certain circumstances that affect the opponents or showing the opponent is predisposed to argue in that way and should not be taken seriously. And it can also be abusive, responding to a person's argument by verbally abusing the arguer's person or character. They're usually very poorly made. If you notice by that person who I was talking to, this person was very invested in what they believed in, and when I tried to challenge it, they did not meet it happily. They were not happy. So one of them, the ones that he made were the, what's it called? The authority fallacy. I'm writing this down. I was trying to write them down as he was talking to me, but I have a board here that I'm trying not to erase most of my stuff on here. I wasn't ready for that at all. I thought I was just going to have a nice little discussion about, like, Goku and Superman, but hey, everything is rhetoric, apparently. So, the authority fallacy, that one right there, he's saying that because the overseer of the entire universe is saying that X is true, in other words, that Goku can punch so hard that he can destroy the universe, because the overseer of the universe is saying that, therefore, Goku can punch as hard as the entire, so hard that the universe can disappear. This is the authority fallacy. What's the authority fallacy? I like this website. I like reading stuff off this website. It's just so convenient because it summarizes things so well. The authority fallacy is bad because people are not infallible. They make mistakes. They can be mistaken. People also exaggerate. Just because someone says it was as big as an elephant doesn't mean it was literally as big as an elephant. It could have been huge. His power could have been big enough to destroy a planet. But it doesn't mean that it was big enough to destroy the universe. So here, the authority fallacy, and I'll read it out as soon as I find it here. Appeal to authority, saying that because an authority thinks something, it must therefore be true. It's summarized very eloquently. For the same reasons. If I say 1 + 1 = 3, I'm a mathematician. You need to trust me. I've been to Harvard. I've got PhDs. I can show you literally a petition of 1.5 million people who all agree with me. And none of that means that what I just said is true. None of that does. If God himself interrupted both of us and started saying, hey, yo, 1 + 1 = 3, just making sure y'all knew, y'all math is whack, I still wouldn't believe him. Zero reason to believe it. And then let's go with... what's the other one? Oh, you're a normie. Judging something good or bad on the basis of whether it comes from or whom it comes from. Doesn't matter if I'm a normie or not. Call me a normie, I don't care. None of that means shit. It's the other one. Begging the question, a circular argument in which the conclusion is included in the premises. He was asking me a question, but he didn't actually want to know the answer to it. He was going to continue talking, which is why I interrupted him. Additionally, what's the other one that he did? Appeal to emotion. No, I don't think he ever did the appeal to emotion. And by the way, obviously, finishing it all off, I am just going to add to all this. It is the fallacy. Presuming that because a claim has been poorly argued or a fallacy has been made, that the claim itself must be wrong. I was in no way saying that Goku couldn't punch the entire universe into inexistence. I was literally telling him that he hadn't proven it. In his rush to complain about me, he forgot the important steps he was complaining about me for. Preponderance of evidence, which is what I was doing to him as well. It's so funny how I was trying to be, I don't know how to say this, sly by talking about Jesus and stuff with the Bible, because I was like, well, this guy probably doesn't believe in any of that stuff, so I'll probably talk about that, and this will make him understand. Because when he brought up that everyone in the local area experienced the earthquake, therefore the whole area shook, it's like, that's such poor reasoning. So I cared more to give him the fallacies and teach him using with stuff that I thought he didn't believe in than I thought was important for me to talk about this. That sentence was one of the most poorly constructed sentences I've ever made in my life. I need to go back and review that. In fact, why don't you go ahead and drop a like, just for, just for the hell that I even posted this in the first place. I mean, the gall of this man to say that Superman couldn't beat Goku is insane. Superman is literally written down as a personification of Jesus Christ. It's from what's his name, JC, what's his name, the John Carter. John Carter is written off like that. It's the idea that you have a being from an external source, an alien, if you would, comes to an alien world to him, so he's not from this world, and the people there greet him like, "Yo, what? You can do things that we can't." And then he's like, "Hey, I can. I'll do good with it." That's the whole basis behind Superman, and the whole thing is that no matter what, Superman will always sacrifice everything to protect everyone, regardless of whether they're good or bad. That's why he protects the planet. He doesn't, and he stops criminals as well. He doesn't just stop at punching universes into inexistence. Like, Goku wouldn't even do that. If Goku thought he had the ability to punch the universe into inexistence, like, he would stop himself. Literally. Like, it's just, the level of what's the word? Self-reflection. The level of self-reflection that this person has exhibited is so minimal that I am just in shock that I was able to withhold myself from insulting him, because it's just astonishing. I mean, I don't know. Enjoy your day. I'm going to cool off by entering my shelter here. I think that was, whew. Oh man. It reminds me, it's the reasons why I'm no longer a fundamentalist Christian. It explains it all, and why I can't enter any other theist religion. The same reasoning, it's just fallacious reasoning. If a person is talking to you about, "Oh, hey, the preponderance of evidence, you need to display your evidence," and you're like, "Okay, my evidence is this." And their best solution to that is to say, "You're not displaying your evidence." It's like, but I'm trying to give you my evidence, dude. Do you want my evidence? You're not giving me your evidence, but this is my evidence. Give me your evidence. It's like, okay. I don't know. It's really hard to talk to someone like that. How do I even? I just don't even understand. Am I even able to compete here? Food and water? Oh, yeah, I'm good. I got power, food, and water. So why am I living in such substandard conditions here? Oh man. A few more seconds. Oh, for this game, a really good tip is always to rush right after you collect. Don't rush before, because if you rush before, it resets the timer, and that's even more time you gotta wait to collect stuff. It's just... Right now I'm just trying to recoup back what I've lost. Let's see what I can do here. Just built these new facilities. Where are they? Yep. Alright. Back in business. Uh-oh. Out of business. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so... You there! We are out of money. That's what I get for trying to upgrade a dang bar. What's a bar for? I need more dang bar. Who's that? 25? 25? 25? Looking at the stim packs, they're all at 25 and 10. No, none of them have used anything. 22 and 10. Nathan, why did you use stuff? 22, 25, 18. Ooh, she's got a lot of... Okay. So... selling anything I don't need. Gotta make room now. Just trying to make room where I can. Do you have a weapon? No? Here's a weapon. Ah, here's a weapon. Ooh, got a butcher's knife. Don't know what you need a weapon for, but here's a weapon. Ra-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Always be sending people out. 6. Need one person for that E room. Who doesn't have E? Oh noes! I should have put him in here. There we go. Okay. Thought I heard dun dun dun. He's about to dance, yeah. Ooh, INL. Where is he? I can't see him. Where is he? What? The music, I heard him here. And I believe with that, I'm done in the homestead. People are not too happy here, but oh, I'm at 99%. I'm sure that'll go up a little bit once they heal up. Yeah, she's gotta come up. They're in the clubs. See, like this one. Jean Hancock, she don't like being in there. Jean, dude. What's on fire? Oh, they're handling it. Oh man. Let's see. Objective verification and falsifiability, and providing the preponderance of evidence, meeting the preponderance of evidence. This is simple stuff that he was trying to recite. It's so funny. He was trying to tell me that I need to prove the Superman and that you need to bring my proof, and then in a debate he's trying to tell me this, like, I'm not proving it. I was like, what are you talking about, man? This is the proof right here. It's shock. I guess the rest of this video should have been probably cut out, since it was just me playing Fallout Shelter. But hey, for anyone here who still is here, but for anyone who would like to discuss anything along these lines and actually have a discussion about any of their beliefs. If you believe that ghosts are real, if you believe that pirates can beat ninjas, anything at all, go ahead and bring it. We'll discuss it. To be honest with me, it's like, I don't care about Superman or Goku. They're both cool to me. Let's talk about them. I don't think one could beat the other, because they're both good guys, and there's no reason why a good guy would beat the other good guy. At best, it would incapacitate them. So I'm gonna go with the guy who's quickest, and Superman's quickest, and he can make himself not even appear at all. Which, I guess you could see it as similar as Goku fighting, and this is exactly what he's trying to say, that, he doesn't think that Goku has combat, that Superman has combat speed. And I'm like, you're like, I wanted to tell him you're a moron. Like, you're clearly an idiot. This is called special pleading. Oh, there's the other one. That's the one that I was trying to remember, and I just couldn't remember what the hell it was. So, special pleading. Actually, let me heal him, now that he's fired at this one. Ah, almost. Should take it out in one more hit. Alright, so he's got 2 left. Man, these Red Roaches were hard. The level 33 with... he doesn't have much A. But yeah, I guess. His outfit isn't really made for this. Alright. What's the other one? Special pleading. Let's see if I can get the name of this one in between his dying. It's amazing. Meeting the preponderance of evidence, special pleading, and I forgot what I was talking about. This is great. This is great. My brain trying to save him and redirecting him. Forgot what I was telling myself. Can't even talk to myself right now. Special pleading. Moving the goalposts or making up exceptions when a claim is shown to be false. So I said that Superman is faster. And then he says, well, he might be faster, but he's not combat faster. And it's like, so what are we talking about here? If it's not combat speed, then what are we talking about? I completely missed that one during the conversation, to mention that it was called special pleading, because I forgot the name of it, special pleading. But bringing it up during conversation is a lot harder. Whew, my voice. Good thing it didn't crack while he was talking to him, or else he would have brought up an ad hominem. Why should I talk up to you? You barely gone through puberty. But, what do I know? I can't read his thoughts. I'm just guessing based on how he reasoned to begin with. It's like that's the thing. If you're going to open yourself to that type of reasoning, like you're literally asking for it. You're asking me to call you out. So, if you know anyone who needs to be called out, go ahead and bring him. Let him know exactly who I is. Bring him here. See you later.